Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel International Mentor. I hope you are doing great. So we are today starting with our new chapter of statistics. Oh, wait. I can see many of you people who are seeing the videos, you haven't subscribed my channel yet. So click on the bell button and subscribe my channel. So we are starting with our chapter. In statistics, every individual is engaged in an economic activity. In a country, each and every individual is doing some or the other economic activity for earning their living. And consumption is the most important economic activity. As the consumer is the king of the market, so he consumes the product and the consumption is then considered to be an economic activity. We also are a consumer as we are using the products. Each and every person is a consumer in some or the other ways. We consume goods and services to satisfy our wants. Now let's look who is the consumer. The consumer is the ultimate person who actually consumes the good and services for his satisfaction. What is a consumption? What is actually a consumption? When the consumer uses the goods and services to satisfy his wants. Now you would be wondering that if you go to a market and buy a product, so you would be the consumer. No, actually you are correct. So let's study the difference between consumer and the customer. The customer is actually the person who buys the product, and the consumer is the ultimate person who actually consumes or uses the product. So after discussing about the consumption, we would discuss about the production. So as consumption is never possible with the production. So production is basically another economic activity. The first economic activity was the consumption. The second economic activity is also the production. So many of us are engaged in different types of production activities, working in an industry, a primary, secondary and tertiary sectors. So who is actually the producer? The producer is a person who produces or sells goods or services to generate its income and profit in a business. So basically the producers provide the products to the consumer and also include its income into our GDP of the nation. So if the producer is there, so obviously the production would be there. So production is a process in which the producer converts the raw material into the useful things or the goods and services to complete the process of production. So basically the producer completes the process of production after converting the raw materials which he buys, and then he converts it into the finished goods, and then he adds some profit in it and sells it into the market. So basically if production is there in the market, they also need to balance the consumer also. So basically production balances the demand and supply in the market, because if the consumer is demanding the product, so at the same time the producer also needs to provide the consumer the product. So demand and supply should be equal to satisfy the needs and wants of the consumer. After studying the consumption and production as an economic activity, we can also say that savings and investment is also an economic activity, as we save a part of our income in our savings account for future use. Now investment is we invest a part of our money to generate the income. For example, if you invest in share market or if you invest in a real estate, so that money will grow after a certain period of time. So that is an investment. This always gives you a profit. Then this gives a conclusion that consumers consumers consume the products and goods and services. Producers produce the goods and services. Savers save their part of income, and investors invest in shares or real estate or in the market. After studying all the types of economic activities, now I will teach you what is statistics. So you must be knowing that statistics is a raw information or data which should be systematically represented and then classified. So statistics can be of two types. It can be presented as a plural noun, or it can be presented also as a singular noun. In plural noun, it includes that the population statistics, employment statistics, etc. So the important statement which can be stated that all statistics are data, but every data is not a statistics. Now you must be wondering that what I just said. So I will give you some examples on this. So we can make a table in which I will tell you that the data which is not a statistics and the data which is actually a statistic. For example, a boy named Simar has a height of 6 feet. This data won't be recorded in statistics, but if there is a data of average height of Indians is 6 feet, this would be recorded in statistics. Similarly, a second example on this, a Muskeet has 200 in her pocket. So this won't be recorded in a statistics because it is an individual data. But if I say you that average income of Indians is 8,000 per person, so this data would be recorded in statistics. Similarly, I can explain you in a third example that Harleen won 2 matches. So this is a data of individuals, so this won't be recorded in statistics. But if I tell you that over 10 years, India won 60 matches, so this would be recorded in statistics. So we will now look at the features of statistics. Statistics is basically aggregate of facts. It is an average of all the data. And the second point is statistics is always numerically expressed. It is expressed in numbers. Statistics has an accuracy in its data. Statistics information is always placed in relation to each other. This point can be explained further, like all the data which are written in the table, they are already placed within relationship with each other. They are related in some or the other way. Statistics information are predetermined purpose, have a predetermined purpose. So basically statistics, when we draw a table of statistics and present the data, so we know that what is the purpose, and we know that it is predetermined, that we need, this is the reason why we are drawing this data and the table. Statistics is collected in a systematic manner, as statistics presents the data in a very systematic manner to study it with an easy way. So basically now we can conclude that on statistics, we can say that all numerical data cannot be a statistics, but a statistics can be called as a numerical data. So every number cannot be a statistics, but statistics is always a number. Hope you understand.